Oh, let me get the... Wait, let me get the lyrics.
I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, I am on a chain on a pale. Now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the moon on the grave.
My contribution to that was whipping my hair back and forth.
Hello and welcome to the SlapDuck podcast. My name is Lucas Shin. With me, as always, is
George Gessie, also known as Miley. Fuck.
Miley Fuck.
And to the other side is
I'm Miley Fuck. Also known as Sully Iqbal.
Christ.
there's the AKA Ruined Forever. All right, so yeah, you can find us on basically any good podcast service except for SoundCloud, and Radio Haver every Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT.
Gumut.
On a Tuesday again.
On a Tuesday, every Tuesday,
Gumt.
without fail. Hopefully,
Gumt.
so long as we can get together all the time.
Gumut.
How is everyone today?
That's
That's why I like it. Yeah, that's exactly how I like.
You know, life.
Life is life.
Life is hard.
I want to try a toaster strudel.
Shit, man.
Ew.
Fucking sick.
Never had one.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day, right?
Mhm.
I say the other day. I think it was yesterday. But I was like, I was on YouTube on my sofa. And I was just kind of like flicking through the recommended videos, and I came across this person making a the chef's platter from Monster Hunter World,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
and I was watching it, and I was like, man, when I'm a dad, I would fucking love to have my own recipe that's like a stew called like the Warrior's Stew, and like just give it to my son or my daughter, and they'd be like, do you want the Warrior's Stew? And they're like, fucking yeah.
Yes.
And it's like I spent like 3 days making it.
Oh,
It's like,
God, yeah, okay.
just like dust all the
like.
like salt, pepper, like get all the spices,
Yeah.
like make the stock from scratch, like cut up all these onions and stuff,
Yeah.
and be like, you ready for the Warrior's Stew?
You hunt the deer beforehand.
Oh no, I'm not hunting, man.
No,
I don't
no,
do
no.
that shit. I just go to the shop.
You strangle the cats beforehand, and that's what you use.
Just
instead.
like get like bones from the butchers and make like a bone broth and like store it, make it, give it,
See, when
drink it.
When I'm a dad,
Stronger.
see, I would love like a little workshop when I'm a dad, just to like make little projects. I don't have one here. I probably won't have one for a while. Just like a little room that I can have a bunch of like tools and wood and metal and just make shit.
So you want to be like DIY dad, and then it all turns up being like kind of useless stuff.
No,
Like,
it'd be
yo,
actual
look,
cool
I made a
stuff.
birdhouse. Dad, we live in central London in a flat. Where are you going to put the birdhouse? Oh, I thought we could hang out outside. We don't have windows.
There's no
Studio.
birds in London.
There's no birds. They all died in the apocalypse. Oh,
Do you remember that?
Remember 7 years ago, when the acid rain came and burnt all the birds. Yeah, that's why we don't
all
have
the birds died
So
and work for the bourgeoisie.
All right,
I've got 2 questions to ask.
bring it.
Okay.
Because beforehand, when we were all thinking about topics to talk, no one fucking asked me what I wanted to talk about.
I
thought
think
we
I did
No.
like 12 fucking
And
times.
you said you didn't have anything.
You said that you want to talk about
Something.
Topic.
the topic that we're going to talk about in this one.
Okay.
And then you said that you wanted to talk about a topic that we're also going to talk
I
about in
didn't
this
really want to
episode.
talk about my topic.
then-
It was just a topic that came to mind.
The 2 topics that I want to talk about
Yeah.
are 2 very short questions.
Bring
Oh,
it.
go on.
So the first question is, and I've asked this question to a lot of people
Ooh.
over the past week,
You might
12.
get probably a weird answer.
is if you could be Olympic level at any sport, what would it be?
Oh shit! Wait, does it have to be a sport that has been in the Olympics?
Doesn't have to be. Not at all.
Oh, so it can be just anything, but like,
Like-
you're like the best at it. That is.
And it has to be a sport.
Has to be a sport because I was like trying to I was playing with the idea of maybe it being an e-sport,
Yeah.
but
No,
no, it has to be a
sport.
sport.
a real sport.
Has to be like, what the fuck did you just say?
A real sport.
Like a physically
something that you actually have to fucking move
a
for.
physical sport.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can move my character around.
I move
I'm
my
still not
thumbs.
sure about esports.
That's
still
not
not sure.
that's not the topic.
not
No,
the
it's not, no,
question.
that's something else. But yeah, a
you
real,
go, I'm thinking.
man's sport, real person sport. And
Physical activity.
I I don't know. Because I'm thinking like it'd be cool to be like super strong, like a weightlifter, but also you look at them and they're fat as fuck. So no.
Maybe.
Gymnast.
I've had that
Gymnast.
answer before. Gymnast.
Gymnasts, like you got the flexibility, you got the agility. They're fit as fuck.
You got the flexibility. You got the agility.
Yeah.
They're fit as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
They're so fucking cool, man.
That's why they're all in LA now, man.
For me, it's either that or rock climbing.
Oh.
Because I like rock climbing already.
That's a good answer.
And I see
Yeah.
like really good people at it, and they're like dangling by their fucking fingertips off of a nub, and you're like,
I love nubs.
I can't do that. I would love to be able to do that.
Hats off to the nubs.
Love me some
Nub
nubs.
gang.
But have you ever like sat down and had coffee with a rock climber?
No.
They've got really big forearms.
Oh, massive forearms.
True, makes sense.
They're relatively, I want to say skinny almost, but their forearms are like rocks.
like, you want me to clothesline you?
Bah, lariat in the face.
Yeah, man.
Like, they clothesline you, they go off the ground, but their forearm doesn't move.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think between those two for me.
I don't know if this is my answer, but I just want to say it. Gaelic football.
Gaelic football.
Yeah.
What's Gaelic football?
Please explain.
It's like
Is it a bit like Aussie rules football?
yeah,
Where
I
it's just
think
aggressive
so.
as shit. Which I'm down for.
Gaelic football, commonly referred to as football or Gaelic, is an Irish team sport. It is played between two teams of 15 players on a rectangular grass pitch. The objective of the sport is to score by kicking or punching the ball into the other team's goal.
That sounds dope.
So it's kind of like rugby combined with normal football.
I got time for that.
Oh, okay.
I might have some time for that.
So like it's yeah.
Is there like full on tackling?
You
know, like in rugby tackling.
It's like a super aggressive sport. It's like fucking I'll kill your family.
Whoa.
Damn.
It's like
And he wants to be
Gosh.
pro at this?
Gosh.
yeah, man,
damn
that's
it.
fucking sounds cool.
Olympic
Killing
level.
families. He loves it.
That or UFC.
That or the UFC.
Yeah, MMA.
Just something aggressive for Sully.
Yeah.
Olympic level MMA.
Well, wait, what was your answer to this question when it was asked?
Can we?
I haven't thought of my answer.
You haven't
Damn.
thought about your answer?
No, I mean, it
Georgie.
goes from, I've had one, like, my housemate and his girlfriend said gymnastics.
Mm.
My housemate said swimming,
Yeah.
because it's like the best workout you could
You
ever
Michael
do.
Phelps.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you have fucking wings.
Michael Melps.
You're like a fucking dolphin.
It'd be like that anime,
Free Willy.
or Free Summer something.
And one of my close friends said ice hockey,
All right.
Ah,
and you
Alright.
fucking said rock climbing.
Cold.
Yeah.
You said Gaelic football.
Yeah, man.
So, you know,
Archery for you.
oh, that'd be fucking sick.
There we go, done.
Shoulders would be so huge. But I don't know. I think it's like, what are the values am I going for? Am I going for, would I be able to make a fucking killing off of this?
hmm
Or would I be healthy and happy forever?
Yeah. So that's more my sort of thing. Like I went for those two because you have to be relatively healthy and fit to do them.
And
And
what do I actually find fun?
true.
So, like, for the past, 3 years, I've wanted to do boxing, but I just
Yeah.
haven't for some reason. And I really want to try it.
Try it.
Try it, but also a headgear because I don't want you to.
Oh no,
Yeah.
like
No,
Get
Like-
like Parkinson's at like 12.
no.
Well,
I
in
mean, I'm older
dementia.
than 12.
Okay, at like 25.
Well, I'm 24.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
exactly,
he's
but
good.
you
We
will
can
still
punch
get
for a couple
Parkinson's.
times the
Oh,
head
shit.
now. But like, in the Olympics, they wear the headgear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like, it's classed as
they're
amateur, yeah.
boxing.
So, yeah. So, I'd like to maybe try boxing, but at the same time, I fucking love playing badminton. And
Ooh.
I really like swimming as well.
Hmm.
So, you know what? I'm going to be Olympic level at all those three.
You choose one.
What if we throw in Greco-Roman wrestling?
I mean, I'm already good at that.
You should see.
Have you not seen the
me-
paintings we've done in him doing it? It's
You
amazing.
should see me fighting a Byzantian.
Fucking shit, man. So, that
Question
leads
2.
into my second
Oh
question.
shit!
Boom.
What is the... Maybe it's 2 questions in one.
It's fine.
When was the last time you guys entered into a phase of your brain called self-improvement?
Okay.
And how do you guys usually, like, what are the kind of things that you guys try to improve on? Like, when you think about, like, what are my goals? What do I want to achieve? What are
Mhm.
they? What
I need
are
some
they?
context for that. What do you mean phasing your brain? Like you want to make yourself
Basically, you
what,
think,
what caused you to get into that mindset, or
or
when?
kind of, or like if you think
I
I
got
want
that.
to improve on something, what do you guys
Mm.
go to? And when was the last time you've actively tried to improve on something?
I feel like from a job perspective, what I do every day allows me to kind of improve from that. So I don't really do it in my own time because I'm doing the sort of thing that I want to be doing probably for the rest of my life as a day job.
That's really good.
That's
Which I'm very lucky that
That's
I
tasty as shit.
like, especially the profession that I'm in. It's very hard to find something that you're like full-time employed
yeah.
doing that. So like, I know I'm very lucky for that, and I'm given kind of the flexibility, especially at the moment, for me to kind of push it as much as I want,
Yeah.
which is great. So I'm doing that pretty much every day, researching new techniques, kind of mixing ideas, kind of sound edits and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So for me, it's more like if I'm going into that mindset, it tends to be more kind of a personal, about myself, like my body more than anything. Like, all right, going back a bit, I want to say it was the first kind of massive 6 week or 2 months off that you get, like the summer holidays between first and second year of university.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
yeah.
Fucking glorious.
Oh yeah.
Glorious 6 months
Yeah,
of bullshit.
nothing. And that's what it was for me. It was fucking nothing, because like all my friends were seeing someone,
Yeah.
and it was just me alone. So I barely went out, barely saw anyone. I literally spent my days back then were wake up, have breakfast, play video games till I realize I'm hungry, eat, play video games till parents come home, eat, play video games till I pass out, sleep. That was my days for.
That is fucking sick.
It sounded great, but then I realized, like, because I was still living with my parents, like, here, so I would get out of breath walking up my stairs.
Nice.
Sick.
And that was the point that I kind of like hit. I was like, I can't even walk up my stairs without getting tired. This is a problem. I literally just did no kind of physical activity ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I looked in the mirror and like properly, I was kind of like, I'm pretty fat right now.
Yeah.
I didn't like looking at the mirror, basically.
Yeah.
So I decided one day, fuck it, I will go for a run and just see how unfit I am. So I live relatively close to a forest. It's just like down the road. And I started at one tree and I kind of looked at a tree that's probably maybe barely 50 meters away. I was like, I'm going to run to that. I ran, and within 10 steps, I was out of breath. I was like, fuck, I'm incredibly unfit. So I decided then for the rest of the holiday, I'd get up every day and try and run further. Every single day. And I got to the point where, like, by the time I got back to university, I could do like a little lap of a field. I was like, that's decent.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just kept it up throughout the rest of university. I'd get up every morning, but because especially if I didn't start till 12,
Yeah.
I wouldn't need to leave here till like 10:30.
Yeah.
So I'd get up early and I'd go for a half hour, an hour run. And I couldn't, it wasn't the entire time running. It was like run till I was fucking out of breath, recovered, run till I was out of breath. I've never been good at kind of
Like that
slow, long
maintaining of the
Yeah.
stamina. Yeah.
For me, it's more like, I guess
hard.
the idea of like hit training,
Yeah.
but in running form. So I kind of run as fast as long as I could and stop and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And like, so there was a couple of friends that I didn't really see for about a year during university. I saw them before I started doing this, and then I saw them basically the summer holidays between year 2 and 3, and they were kind of like, "What the fuck happened to you? You look so different."
Yeah.
And I realized I'd lost like 2 stone
Mm.
just from doing that. And then I started kind of thinking, shit, that's not bad. All right, I should start thinking about what I'm eating, because what I was eating every day was, it's easy to make pasta. I like pasta. I'll have pasta every day for every meal, except
Sick.
for breakfast, which was just fucking massive bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Fucking yes.
So it's like,
yes.
so it was those sort of things, kind of like, it was never, I didn't hit a mindset where everything changed at once. It was just kind of like
Incremental.
incremental
Yeah.
decisions of kind of like, oh, maybe I should try doing that. And then it kind of got better. And then because the gym that was near me was like down for a year for like renovations. And when it reopened up, I was kind of like,
Oh, there's a gym there.
oh, there's a gym there. And my friend, during like the summer break between years 2 and 3, like in his garage, he's got like a little gym that his dad used. So for those kind of that summer break, I would go around his house every 2 days, and we would kind of like, we started together just kind of working from like nothing
Yeah.
and like just doing basic strength training. So in the October, the gym opened up, I signed up for it. And since then, I've pretty much been going 3 times a week.
That's sick.
And the only weeks I've ever missed is when I've not been in the country on holiday,
Yeah.
even during Christmas.
Nice.
And like for me, it's like I feel like I hit that kind of mindset. I never went deep into that mindset, but I kind of feel like I've been there. And like every now and then I kind of look in the mirror and go like, I kind of let it go a little bit. Maybe I should kind of bring it back. But it's kind of helps me at least for like the self-esteem. Like if my self-esteem ever drops low, my kind of like gut reaction is, well, just push a bit harder, and then it kind of goes back. And then I hit a bit where I'm like, oh, self-esteem's pretty high at the moment, and then I kind of go a bit lapsed. And it just kind of, it doesn't yo-yo crazy. I'm not like putting on stones.
It's
and
a
stone.
natural ebb and flow.
Yeah, like fluctuates between like a couple of kilos normally or something like that. But like I notice it because I'm seeing it.
You're
every
you.
day. I'm me, and like, but I think everyone notices it about themselves more than kind of anyone else does. Unless it's drastic.
Yeah.
But kind of like that for me is like the self-improvement kind of mindset. Like it started back then, and it's not like I've not left it, but I've not been deep in it. It's just kind of, it's always in the back of my head, really.
Yeah.
Like if I'm out, like even if I'm out like enjoying a good meal, I'm like, yeah, I'll have the burger and I'll eat the burger and I'll eat the chips and I get half of the chips. I'm like, you're full. Why are you eating the rest of the chips? And sometimes they're like, nah, I fucking love these chips. I'm gonna eat the rest of them. And other times I'm like, I am full. I don't need to finish this. It's fine. It's like small things like that, or like just small decisions that like, it's in the back of my head. It's kind of like, do you really need this?
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And then other times if I'm out on a night out, it's kind of like, do you really need that other drink? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking enjoying myself. It's fine. You can let yourself go every now and then. It's not like the end of the world. Just as long as you're kind of, I guess, aware of it.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, it's just being aware of what I'm doing. I'm okay. If I'm conscious of what I'm doing and I'm okay doing it, it's no problem. It's just like, I never want to be unaware of those sort of things.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been on both of those sides. And I'm kind of in the middle at the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm like kind of aware. I'm like, yeah. No, you haven't been for a run in a long time. You haven't been to the gym in a very long time. Shit. On the flip side of that, you've been every day at work, you have toast in the morning and salad for lunch.
Damn.
So you're kind of like, you're in the middle of both. Like, the diet is like, you're kind of getting there.
Yeah.
But you got to remember that there's loads of other like self-improvement, all the kind of like exercise and stuff.
But the diet, at least for me, is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt, like I would be happily going to the gym every single day if it allowed me to eat terribly for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But it can't. Unless your job is looking fit.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
True.
So it is finding that balance, and I bounce in between, like, especially on the diet front, because they always say diet is 80% of that, and that is such a big fucking part of it. It's the part that I hate, but it's the part that you have to kind of
fucking annoying.
Yeah.
What about you, Sol?
Go on.
I mean,
Sorry,
mine. No, mine's like, I have two things for self improvement. I mean, one is like I have been trying to lose weight for a while because, and I think it was a similar, like I always tell the story to everyone. Between year 11 and sixth form, I was like, in year 11, I was I was morbidly obese. Like, and that's not me over exaggerating. I like have accepted I genuinely was. So then I spent, and that's like, you finish your GCSEs, and after you finish your GCSEs, you're just free to go until you start sixth form or college or whatever. I was going to the same school for sixth form.
Yeah.
So I had like 3 months off, and I got into like the mindset you got into, which was, but even more extreme.
Right.
I did research. I found a diet which, looking back on it, was way too extreme. Like it was like only meat. That's
like the Atkins style.
Yeah, but even more extreme than Atkins.
Oh, is it paleo?
No, I think now it's going to be called paleo and stuff.
Because it's been called paleo for a while. Where it's like,
but back then it was like the Duquesne diet. It was some French diet or some shit. But now it's basically paleo. And I did that, and I worked out essentially every single day. Like I'd bought a bench, weights, and a treadmill for our house, and literally the first thing I would do every morning when I woke up was work out for like an hour to an hour and a half and just go hard. and I'm nowhere near now. I'm nowhere near as strong as I was back then. And like, so
Damn.
I was like 100 something kilograms then, and not when I went back to school, but like maybe a month or two, because I kept it up for a little while whilst I was at school. I got down to about 72 kilograms.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Christ.
it was a lot. So like it was way too extreme in 3 months. Like looking back on it, it was unhealthy, but
Just unsustainable.
Yeah, it was unsustainable essentially. And that was kind of the mindset I was in then. Now I kind of then have let myself go really bad, and then I got up until maybe, I don't know when it was, maybe the summer of this year. And it clicked when I was walking home from work. And I walk on I live on a hill, but it's not very steep. But I was really, really struggling every day to get home. And so then I'm like, wow, okay. And I weighed myself and I'm like, and I already like didn't like the way I looked. And I'm like 110 kilograms right now. This is not good. And like, I'm like, I don't want to like die early. I want to be I want to be able to like, I don't know, fucking go out and shit. So then I did go on the keto diet. I'm gonna, obviously now I've got like, I went away for 2 weeks and then I've got like
It
family
fucks with
stuff.
that, doesn't
it
it?
fucks
Yeah.
with it. And so I'm gonna maybe go back onto it, but I'm gonna have a plan of when to come off and stuff, because I didn't have a plan like that. And I mean now I'm like 97-ish kilograms, which
so
I
you
mean,
lost a good bit.
yeah, I lost a good bit. I mean, I have a goal which I want to be at, because I still don't exactly like how I look. Like I'm looking at old photos like from this year. I look significantly better, but personally, I would like to slim down and stuff.
Sure.
So I think for me, it's that thing that kind of like, I do want to keep on improving myself like that, because it is a self-esteem thing as well. Like you mentioned for yourself.
Yeah.
Where it's like, when I was younger and in shape, I fucking thought I could do anything in the world. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I can do stuff, but
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I think it's just kind of your image, although maybe it shouldn't be, it is connected to your self-esteem. It's kinda like,
No, it is.
yeah,
Of course it is.
but
Because it's the first thing that people see is who
someone sees
you
you,
are.
it's like, okay, that's what that kind of person is.
Well, and that's the sort of thing, like, if you're happy with how you look, if you're happy within yourself,
Yeah,
like,
then it doesn't
that's all
matter.
that matters.
Yeah, but if you're not,
If you're not, yeah, and like, you could be happy with yourself and you could be 150 kilos, but you could love yourself, and that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
on you. But you could also be fucking 3% body fat and think you're still too fat,
yeah, exactly.
and you could hate yourself, and like everyone's probably looking at you like, fucking fit as shit.
Adonis.
But in yourself, if you're not happy with that,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
well, what's the point?
Yeah. And then my other part of self-improvement is kind of like, I don't know, just kind of like, just life in general, and getting, not life, no, that sounds really depressing, but like working, like work ethic and stuff. Because for me, it's like, I get really high on something and then I like drop off it. There's another thing I get really high on and drop off it.
Yeah.
It's nodding his head.
Because I notice it.
All I'm
all
like,
the
yeah,
time.
this. No, now I'm bored. Now this. And I'm trying to learn and doing stuff to like learn to be like, it's okay to have loads and loads of ideas, but like maybe like take one or two. Like you can have 2 or 3 as long as they're not they're all massive, and you can just run with them until either completion or a point where you're satisfied.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm trying to work on. And I know which not only will it help me with my work life, it will also help me like, it will eventually help me out financially, which is something I want to do, and etc.
Yeah,
So,
getting you to
nice.
kind of like that professional point where you're like,
Yeah.
you're happy with the income that's like helping you sustain
Yeah.
the life that you want to live.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm going to throw it out here. In this room, I don't think any of us want to be big fucking celebrities.
Oh,
I
kinda
You want to be a
do.
celebrity?
I go back and forth.
Like,
on it.
when I mean celebrity, I mean you walk down the street and everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, I kind of go back and forth on it.
But I from my point of view, I'm happy so long as I'm kind of creatively fulfilled.
Yeah.
I really don't want to walk down the street and people are like, "That's Luca." Oh, get a picture of him, because like it's
exhausting.
It's
It
exhausting.
must be exhausting.
Like, don't get me wrong, like there's like some of the things that I enjoy the most aren't from the biggest of creators. They're from kind of, they got like a community that's big enough to sustain and allows them to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they get recognized within that, but they could also go down the pub and no one's going to
Yeah.
call them out. Or they're not going to be in the papers the next day of like, they got a bit drunk and stumbled out. And
Yeah.
I think I'm getting to that point. I think obviously because I honestly think it might be my age. Like I am like 2 or 3 years younger than you guys, and so this idea of the glitz and the glamour of celebrity life is there. But then all the creators I love, they don't have these huge followings. Like I don't follow someone like PewDiePie or Shane Dawson or something. I'm gonna throw them out, even though they have way more subscribers than us. Like Dynamic Banter with Steve Zaragoza and Mike Falzone, or like Steven Larson, who are a wrestling podcast that I listen to every single day, and they're just two best friends of like 20 or 30 years, just who have managed to find a way to sustain their families just by talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, and watching wrestling and talking about wrestling, and like they are very satisfied with their lives.
Oh, and
they have this. The community is like maybe 200,000 people, which is
sizable.
a massive number. But then there's that thing where it's like, that's nothing, but it's genuinely massive.
It's you look at that in comparison to like a Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
and there's no comparison, or like a Mark Maron. Yeah, like you look at like their kind of scenarios, and then like millions upon millions of people know who they are. But I mean, if you have enough to just sustain and allows you to kind of essentially turn your hobby into a profession.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, man.
I think stuff like Patreon really is kind of supporting that at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
Which is great. I think my problem is like, what happens if Patreon fucks up?
I think a lot of people have considered that, and I mean, even all the people I follow have set up their own ways of doing it, like either through merchandise or they have their own sort of system of giving them money every month.
That's usually the way forward, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, like with musical artists, they never really make money from like CD sales.
Yeah.
It's always from touring.
Yeah.
And their merchandise and stuff. So I imagine it's probably the same with like Patreon. Patreon is almost like the CD sales. And then you've got like, you know, your merch and your brand and stuff that you want to sell more of. And then like, because I like a lot of there's a guy called Cody Ko and Noel Miller.
I know them.
Like the Tiny Meat guy.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of like live shows and stuff because they're like comedians, so they're like talk and all that sort of stuff. So that's their way of, you know, getting, you know, obviously they've got the YouTube monetization stuff, but they also tour and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. It's all very important.
Yeah, I think if you have a big enough community that allows you to do that, I think that would be enough. That's what I would like to get, or like be within a place that like you getting enough from what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to be the biggest person in the world to do it. Yeah. Everyone doesn't need to know your name.
Yeah.
So long as you have enough to sustain.
You're happy and satisfied with where you are.
And also like I feel like that's probably a bit more sustainable in yourself.
Yeah.
Like if the bigger and bigger you get, the more kind of
the more you're like, why aren't I doing more? Why aren't I there?
Oh, the bigger expectations become of you, and that can kind of you kind of get ahead of yourself that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is always that feeling where, on the same note, where you do want to create something. I think everyone who's creative wants to create something that's universally loved, and universally spoken of, and which is
nigh on impossible. But everyone wants to try and do it. Yeah.
So
and there's no reason not to try either.
Yeah, I mean, you should try. I mean, I think it's a weird thing I said to someone about being because I think we'd all consider ourselves creatives, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are our professions.
Yeah. It's like it's weird. Like, this is gonna sound super lame, but like a doctor like can fix a person's health, an engineer can fix a car, but like a creative can like fix someone and touch someone emotionally in a way that nothing else can.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of people that get inspired by like film, TV, like comics,
Casey Neistat,
music, all this sort of stuff.
Bandley.
And it's like it's always
R.I.P. Sorry, that's really bad.
I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever felt like this, but you always see comments of people like I was in a really bad place and I heard this song and it brought me out of it, or like I like a podcast or something or a show that they're watching, where like they're going through like a tough time emotionally. They've just been through surgery and like they're feeling really low, and they're watching this and it makes them feel way better about themselves. Like, you've not saved someone's life, but you've helped them kind of
it's never been that extreme.
feel better.
But like, I also like having like when I was going through a super bad time before, having like the Stephen Larson thing there, like every day I'd have this like one thing. Like, okay, I've got an hour a day that I'm gonna really enjoy listening to and watching.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's like that little incremental help.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been getting that a lot with a guy on YouTube called Ben Marriott. He's like an After Effects whiz.
Okay.
Ooh.
So every week on a Thursday, he tends to release a video like, this is how you do fucking animated grain like shadows on like After Effects. I'm like, okay, fuck, I want to learn that. And it's always like 10 minutes or maybe just a little bit short of 10. And it's always really engaging. And because now I'm like at a level of After Effects, because I do it for work, where I'm kind of like, I kind of can pick and choose the things. I know what he's talking about. So it's not like, oh, where's the file? It's like, no, I know how to import shit and I know how to like draw things and like use these effects like effectively.
Like, I know where the keyframes in this are, where to find them. You're not like,
I know how to make things look cool. Like I'm not at the level where I'm like, how do I move this box to the left?
Yeah.
Well, you select the keyframe, you move the position.
get the right axes for this. Yeah.
The fuck was that? Did you hear that?
What the fuck? Real tight butthole.
That was.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're absolutely right. Like those tiny like moments that people have made are just so, they're really valuable. Like I really like Nakey Jakey.
Yeah, you mentioned him before.
I mention him all the time. I fucking love him.
Sent us anything.
Oh well, every time he releases a video, he releases things very like sparsely.
I see.
Which is, fine. It's just when he does and I see it, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy that he's still making stuff. And he even addressed that in his latest video, but, it's just very, I like it.
Yeah.
This has gone on for a long time.
It has. I like this
it's a nice
lot.
conversation.
Good. Sorry, because there's, you guys wanted to talk about stuff. I was like, I want to talk about this.
Honestly, my topic was only because I didn't have it. So
no, this was a lovely topic.
So then I had his topic, and I was like, "Oh wait, now I have topic."
Like I was just been thinking about it a lot lately. And I'm like the whole self-improvement like tag is, for me, there's lots to it, and I can never like zero in on the exact thing that I want to improve on. So it's kind of like, at the start of the year, everyone's got a New Year's resolution.
I've never done a New Year's resolution.
You've never done
I don't.
Okay. Well, no, because they're doomed to fail, aren't they?
Yeah. So this is. I know this is a very cynical like point of view, but that's me. Yeah. Like no one ever actually does a New Year's resolution. You feel like, this year, when it comes to the New Year, this is my year to do X, Y, Z. And you're like, well, start it now. What the fuck you went into the New Year?
Like I'll agree with you and I'll disagree with you.
Go on.
I agree with you that when people say, you know what, starting next year, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to get really strong, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. That will fail immediately because you're putting too much pressure and too much weight on one thing.
Yeah.
Because what I do is like, I made a list last year for New Year's resolutions. Like one of them was to lose weight, lol, which I've done.
Hey.
And then I put it all back on. And then I'm starting to lose it again.
Fuck them biscuits.
So that's one. Yeah, fuck the mate. Have you ever had something called Leibniz?
No.
Oh, dude. Just come into my room. just see the
crumbs and packets everywhere. You have to wade through them. Yeah.
So fucking good. There was draw more, like learn perspective, life draw, and learn 3D software. And because I had that, like, because I've got it like on my phone as like on the first page,
something to remind you every day to do
it's like, even if I'm like not even thinking about that stuff whatsoever, it still had like an effect where like learn 3D. I was like, you know what, I really because all the people that I work with kind of know a bit of 3D, so this is a good time for me to learn it.
Yeah.
So then I downloaded Blender and I started messing around with it. So I know very, very basic 3D.
I got to that point where I made a box, like a chest in Blender.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. I never went back. But I got to the point where like I can make a chess and I can work myself around the UI. So if I ever had to like do something in Blender, I know the very rudimentary shit, but I knew enough to like not be terrified.
Yeah. So you can. So I've done that too. Like, so that's one of my New Year's resolutions, kind of done. But it's the fact that I didn't do that at the start of the year. I did that towards the end when I was kind of like more in the mindset of doing.
Yeah.
So losing weight is like you have to be in the mindset for it.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
you can't just be like,
continuous
I'm going to lose weight. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that. You've got to almost hit that point where you're like, no, it's time for me to actually like switch on now.
Yeah.
Like cut out all the things slowly and then regain all the things slowly.
That is my biggest thing. Is like
It's like you can't just stop eating sweets if you've been eating sweets for like 3 weeks.
exactly like
You just like have one and then be like, okay, now try and not have that the next day. And then we'll try
it's
this,
very
or-
hard to quit something going cold turkey.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
like chances are you'll like snap right back
Yeah.
and you'll binge it.
Oh,
Hard.
oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had Choco Leibniz before? Oh my god! Oh mate, the milk chocolate ones are fucking the orange chocolate ones are
Now
insane.
you're speaking my language. What are
Oh, dude. You know what? Next time I'm here, I'll bring them.
these? All right. Yeah. Cool. Fuck it.
But on like on a self-improvement thing.
Yeah,
'Cause you need to
yeah.
know what they are.
Yeah.
You need to upgrade your knowledge.
I'll go with my knowledge so I know what not to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had this is sorry, a complete tangent. They kind of look like Pringles, but they were chocolates.
Yeah.
I don't know what those are, but I remember
Oh.
them.
What are they?
I remember them being like mint chocolate sometimes.
Yeah, you can get mint or you can get like orange. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna Google it. You guys can continue. Sorry.
Okay.
But the thing that I always see when people are starting to get to this kind of mindset is like, all right, starting tomorrow, I'm not gonna eat chocolate, I'm not gonna eat bread, I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna like go to the gym every day, and you're like, that's gonna last a week.
It's not sustainable,
And
either.
it lasts like a week, and then I fell off because I had a bit of chocolate, and I thought, fuck it, might as well have the whole packet because I already like fucked today up. It's
I
like,
do that, and it's really bad.
yeah, so like for me, like when I started, it was more like I took bits away slowly.
Mm.
It's kind of like maybe I won't have pasta every day. I'll have it every other day.
Yeah.
I'm still having pasta. It's just like on the off day, I'm having something else. And then maybe I'll have it twice a week, or maybe I'll have it once a week. And it was like a slow thing, and it was kind of like
It should always be a slow thing.
yeah, and
It's because there's too much pressure on one. Like if
That
you
one
do it
thing.
all in one go and
Yeah.
you fail, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, again. But if you think like, you know what, this is my goal. I'm gonna do this. But if I fall off, that doesn't mean my goal has stopped. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna get back on.
Yeah.
It's just that like, right, I had like a whole packet of chocolate biscuits the other day and this morning, but that's fine. But that's fine. Like as long as in the week, you know, you stick to the things that you already have in place. Like, you know, for me anyway, it's like, it may not be great, but it brings me joy. It's just like 2 slices of jam on toast.
Fine.
And then a flat white and then salad for lunch. And then dinner can be whatever the fuck it wants to be.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's-
thought that far
No,
ahead.
it's something as
but
simple
I
as
know
that.
that's what I like.
Of like, if like allow you, if say you're having,
can see
or
him
sorry, it
grinning.
looks like he's done
I
a
prefer
bad.
thick white.
It's like so.
Misogyny.
All right, say you had literally a pack of biscuits every day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
If you
boys.
have a pack of biscuits over the course of 3 days instead of every day,
Yeah,
and that was your one change for a month.
Yeah.
There's an improvement there.
Oh yeah, easily.
And you would start to slowly see that improvement. All right, then the next month I'll have a pack of biscuits a week,
Mhm.
and it's that slow thing. It's kind of like I feel like slow is sustainable. Like you get those people like who make like say they're my size and they're 150 kilos and like yeah, this time next year I'm gonna have a 6-pack. No, you're not.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's like a
Like the
5-10 years.
yeah, like the only way you'll get into that point, and you can do that, is that is your
Slow.
life.
Yes.
incremental changes.
Unless your life is quite literally gone from
Until slow incremental changes.
Yeah. and like
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably a lot of pressure out there to like change and change quick, and it doesn't need to be a quick change. It just
No.
needs to be a sustainable change.
Yeah.
Like get to a point where you are actually quite happy being the way you are and consuming the things that you're consuming.
Yeah.
Like you have enough things. Like I like a good whiskey every now and then.
Oh,
I shut up.
wow,
Sorry.
that was so aggressive.
I don't know whiskey today, son.
Shut the fuck up.
But it's like I would never stop myself having one every now and then. Every now and then, I said. Because like, if you took that completely away from yourself, like
It's like you still like it.
you still like it. Like there will be things in life that you still like. I think there are maybe a handful of things out there that you might love, but it's probably not a good thing to like smoking
Or like drug taking.
or like drug taking. Maybe don't like maybe don't like spring back to heroin every now and then. It's hard to get out of. But in the grand scheme of things, like yeah, a fucking candy bar, or I'll demolish a Terry's chocolate orange this Christmas in one sitting. I used to do that every fucking week.
Mate, are you fucking mad?
I know.
Of course.
Yeah, and I will love it as I'm doing it
every hour.
and then the next day I will continue being what I normally am, and it won't be the end of the fucking world.
Exactly, and that's how I feel about the biscuits I had this morning.
Yeah.
And yesterday.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, and because in my head I'm still like, no, there's things I want. There's these goals I want. So I know it's, you can have that. It's not the end of the world.
And that is, you see lots of diet shows telling like, oh, this is the diet you should be on. You should be having this all the
No.
time. Like, I'm really not a fan of them. Like, I think they work for a certain type of person.
Yeah.
But you go back to that person a year later, and chances are they're not doing it still.
Yeah.
Because you can't just drink juice every day.
No.
And
Juicy.
only because it's not okay.
I mean, you do get juicy if you drink juice every day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Start leaking.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
Leaking
gonna.
juice.
Speaking of leaking, I really need the loo.
Go for it.
Go,
I'm
go,
gonna,
go, go.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You guys improv.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh shit.
We're improving.
Before
No.
you go, I researched it. In the UK, they were called snaps.
Oh shit!
They're
I
called
remember
snaps.
snaps. It's fine. You can leave open. Go.
Yeah.
So
Made by Cadbury's.
Oh no.
You're gonna be.
Wait. Satan.
Yeah. You're gonna be Sully. You're gonna be the manager for Snaps.
Okay,
And
shit.
Luca, you're gonna be the guy who's telling them that they're not gonna be sold anymore.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
Okay. So like, look, we've got this new flavor of snaps available. We were thinking chili chocolate snaps. Listen, I know it's a risky move, but people are loving snaps, yeah, and I think they need something new.
I'm gonna need to stop you here. We've crunched the numbers, and
Like you crunch on snaps.
well, that's the problem. No one's crunching on snaps.
What do you mean?
We've seen the finances, Sully.
Look,
Sully.
I get it. We don't sell as well as a Mars bar or maybe Guy Lynn's chocolate, but we there's a space in the market for us.
Sully, we've seen the CCTV camera. We've
What do
seen
you mean?
you taking them home. They're not getting sold.
Look,
You're taking them home.
no, I admit I take the odd packet home.
Sully, you drive the trucks home every night. That's not the odd, like, that is our entire supply.
There's no parking spaces at the truck facility.
The truck facility.
Yes.
Yes. So
The
what are you doing with all
Cadbury-
the snaps, Sully? Are
I
you delivering them
by hand?
by hand?
Yes.
Well, that's not efficient then, is it?
Look, we at the Snaps division of Cadbury's, we are all about one-to-one customer service.
Sully, you're the only one in today. Where is the rest of your team? They're on holiday somewhere.
They're on their annual allocated holiday.
Anyway, good. Security's here. Security, come in.
Look, I need this to work. My kids love.
wait.
I need to feed my kids.
No, I'm sorry. Sully has been taking snaps home. He's been driving the trucks home every day. They know.
What?
Yes.
Listen,
The fuck is wrong with you?
We are going to fire him because
I don't
he
need
is
any
the
of you
only
guys.
person in the world
I'm
eating
going to go
snaps.
to Hershey's and we're going to make swoops.
Swoops.
Swoops also failed.
Security walked this motherfucker out.
Okay.
Also, Pringles did chocolate covered Pringles at some point, and I don't know.
And scene.
That was good shit. Well, I wasn't here
Well,
for it.
yeah. Did you do a good shit? Is that what you're saying?
No.
That's
By
good
the way,
shit.
like for the audience, you guys need to come to Luca's house because the fucking soap that he's got in his bathroom is fucking great.
What?
Is it Carex?
It's so yeah, it
Is it
is.
someone who's downstairs?
Oh, it's so nice.
we don't get fancy soaps. We don't try and get fancy soaps. We literally go to Tesco's and whatever is like the best offer, that's what we get.
Nice.
Carex is always on sale.
I know.
Like, are they doing all right?
They're obviously making too much.
Maybe
a bit like snaps.
They're making so much money. Like, take the soap for free.
It's all gonna go out of date soon. We got to sell it off real quick. It's soap. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm.
All right. So
Does soap go out of date?
I don't know.
Because makeup goes out of date.
Yeah, oddly, makeup goes out of date. Like lipstick goes out of date.
Yeah.
Do they get moldy?
Have you ever, even like cream and stuff? If you look on the back or bottom of the package, I
I feel like George has a story to tell.
There's a number inside like what looks like a pot,
Okay.
and that's how many months you should use it for.
Oh God.
So if it's like 12, get rid of that shit if you've not used it after a year.
All right.
So this morning.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, like, mate.
What did you put on your lips today,
Nothing.
George?
No,
What
you
did
know.
you eat?
Basically, like, I went to like Lidl just to get breakfast and then came back because there was nothing in my house.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I was like, I need some milk.
Oh no.
But I looked in my fridge and saw that there was milk there, and I was like, oh no, this milk isn't good milk.
All right.
This milk is fucking fucked up.
Was it lumpy?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I like unscrewed it. I was like, I'm not even gonna smell it because I know it's bad.
Don't smell.
I poured it into the sink, and it was just like chunky,
It was
like
porridge.
chunky milk. I was like,
chunky milk makes me gag just looking at it.
Like, thinking about it now.
makes
Like,
me feel
yeah.
sick.
fuck.
Sorry if we've done this to someone listening.
Lumpy milk. Oh mate, it was grim. It was so grim.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
There are certain things that when they go past Subway date really hit home. Milk's one of them. Ham is another one. Like sliced ham. If you ever have a ham that goes past Subway, like you smell it. What? It smells like mucusy, and it has like the texture of mucus sometimes. Like it gets just gooey.
That was fucking grim.
It really throws me. I can't do it.
Oh,
I really can't.
It's fruit for me.
Fruit.
Oh, no,
even if
yeah.
it's like a touch, I'm like, fuck it, it's going. I can't deal with it.
nah, yeah.
If it's one berry, it's gone white. Yeah, fuck it, throw the packet.
Yeah. No, you should.
Yeah, I know, I should. And then my mom's like, why don't you chuck it all away? It's like, because I don't want to die.
Or like you pick up a pepper and your thumb goes through it because it's all soggy. And like the other side's fine. And then you look on the other side and it's kind of like mold. It's just not. Nope, that goes in the bin.
Oh, why?
Put it in our food bin.
Fucking
We went from self-improvement to moldy fucking vegetables.
Here at the podcast, we
here's-
do it all.
Here's something to self-improve. If you eat moldy vegetables, try not to.
That's words to live by.
Or you know, just try and eat them before they go out of date.
That's
yeah,
words
or
to
eat your
live by.
vegetables, kids.
Just eat them, yeah. Actually eat them.
Eat your vegetables
And
and,
you know
take your
what?
vitamins, brother.
This is a good way to circle back to the start. Warriors
Right.
stew.
Warrior stew. What is a warrior stew?
Oh my god! Sorry, I was gonna after you describe what the warrior stew is, Mike, I was gonna jump in with a question.
Mhm.
If we could make like a thing that was our recipe, what it would be. But tell us what's in the warrior stew.
Oh, dude. Fuck. Well, my dad makes a really banging stew
Ooh.
at home. I think that's probably where I got the idea from. And I remember distinctly, I think it was like second year of uni. I text my dad saying, Dad, what's the stew recipe? And he texts me back saying, George, with the recipe comes great responsibility. And then didn't send me the recipe. I was like, what?
Dad, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I need food.
With great responsibility. I was so upset.
I feel like on your wedding night, you get a card, you open it up, and it's not
It's
like,
the recipe.
it's not money, it's the recipe. It's like, I've handed it over. You're a
Yes.
man now.
The Warriors stew. Well, I won't, like, he didn't call it the Warriors stew, but
But
I'm
you will.
definitely gonna.
Yeah.
But, like, what's in it? I don't know. Just, like, fucking, you know,
Broth, veg.
broth, veg, like either pork or beef.
Taters.
Yeah, like potatoes are in it,
Oh,
definitely.
nice.
Like carrots, broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yeah,
Yeah, broccoli's fucking lit, mate.
broccoli's
I don't know.
fucking sick.
I like carrots. Broccoli. I have a history with broccoli.
Broccoli's amazing.
Cheesy broccoli. Ooh,
I don't
very
like. So when I was a
good. Might make
kid,
that tonight.
Ooh.
when I was a kid, my mum's not a very good cook.
Oh
you
my
s-
God.
No,
no,
she'll fully admit, like
she's fucking here, man.
she loves the fact that she can't cook. So when she was younger, her mum used to tell her that you'll never find a man if you can't cook, and she just turned around and said, "Watch me." So she's
Oh.
refused to learn to cook,
That's
and
fucking lit.
my dad can cook.
I
That's
respect
so
that
fucking
shit.
Yeah.
sick.
So when I was a kid, like my dad would work late, so my mum would have to like make me something. So it would either be remember Smash.
No.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
No!
Yeah.
Not potato.
Not potato smash.
Oh.
Not potato smash.
Oh, I know that?
So, like-
I remember a girl at uni made that, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" She's like,
So,
"It's smash." You never
My
had
meal
smash?
would consist of that, like from frozen crappy chicken nuggets, and they would always come out burnt,
Oh yeah.
and then boiled broccoli, and that was it. And it was a horrible meal. And like anytime I taste broccoli, I could kind of just get hit back to that. The reason I learned to cook was because my mum couldn't, and I had to. So I cooked for myself.
I can't, Mum. Look at all I'll do it. No, I can't do this anymore.
I can't.
The smash is it's too much.
It would never be a good consistency. It would either be too watery or too
Right.
stodgy.
It's not a potato.
And also, you would taste the powder because it was smack. It was horrid. But I don't know. I've started putting broccoli a little bit more back into the diet. If I'm doing a stir fry, I get some like tender stem broccoli. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
good
something I
shit.
say.
You know what you should do?
That's some
Mm.
good
It's
shit.
a real good, quick, easy thing.
Like me.
Is just put oil in a pan, 10 stem broccoli in there, cook it, like just fucking flail it around.
Really go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, salt and then garlic. Put garlic in there, and that's it. That's all you need to do.
Wagamama,
It's fucking lovely.
Wagamama charges you £5 for that.
It's lovely.
All right.
It genuinely really.
So I'm not.
is.
I'm not a big salt user when it comes to cooking. I don't
Why?
like the taste of salt.
Are you mad?
No,
about
I'm
heating
serious. I
salt?
really don't like the taste of salt.
What about
Like,
heating
I'm
salt?
okay with it being a little bit of on like chips or something, but that's pretty much where it ends.
Mate, it's seasoning. You need salt. Salt brings
I'm-
flavor out.
I don't know.
It does.
I've had this
That's
argument.
what it does.
I write in because I feel like I'm on my own on this one, but I know, I know.
Fucking mad.
Like I
What's hey salt?
So that's the sort of thing. I've never had anyone taste my food and thought, "Oh, I need more salt in this." Like my food is full of flavor. Salt isn't my go-to for the flavor.
Right.
Like I feel like I use things that have a salty taste in cooking but I just don't-
Already?
Yeah, so it's
Okay,
like
that's fine
If
then.
I'm doing a stir fry,
Sardine.
I put in like soy sauce. There's a salty component to that.
yeah,
fry.
yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
If I'm doing a pasta sauce, I'm using puree. There's a salty component to puree. It tastes a bit. It brings that bitterness.
Okay.
Fine. Like I just don't tend to use straight salt.
What
Mate,
about
your chicken?
like,
Probably tastes like
salt?
shit.
Huh?
Your chicken probably tastes like shit.
You can taste my chicken if you
what
want,
about
Okay, I will.
You'll love it.
One
Korean
day.
salt?
Hmm?
Quit. Huh?
Is it straight salt?
Okay.
No. But like,
That's so
or like if I'm doing like I use like Cajun seasoning. Part of that is salt
Cajun.
is in there.
yeah.
So fine. I don't need to add salt to it.
Okay.
So
Like whenever I use vegetable stock, I don't use salt
no,
because it's already in
there's
there.
salt in the vegetable stock, so I don't need to add that. Or if I use beef stock or something, when like there is enough components that I put into my food that already have a salty taste or salt component to it that I don't want to add more salt to.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
Kind because like
That's the right
that's
thing
sort
to
of thing
do.
like
You don't want to oversalt something because it tastes like
Yeah.
shit.
no, because I don't like the taste of actual salt. So like
Yeah, I quite
if
like
if I'm putting salt on chips, I don't put a lot of it. I'd rather put vinegar than salt.
Vinegar's fucking horrible.
I prefer the taste of vinegar to it.
okay with it.
I prefer a bit of salt. That's it.
If I'm honest,
Both.
the both can fuck off, and I just have some ketchup. But like if I have to do one,
I have no preference. What about Himalayan salt?
It's fucking good shit.
I
It's
don't.
pink as fuck.
It is
Oh,
slightly.
pink salt.
It does taste slightly different to regular
Rock salt is nicer. It's just like when you can see like big flakes and chunks of salt
Sure.
on like chips and stuff.
Mm.
It is just
Like
nice.
chips are one of the
actual
only
salt.
things that I feel like part of making chips is bringing the salt because it kind of dries them out a bit more so they get a bit crunchier. Fine.
Yes.
That's part of
Yes.
making that.
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
Correct.
But I mean, I don't want dry chicken, so I'm not going to add more and more salt to it to make
Yeah,
it dry.
no, you only need like a bit. That's seasoning.
So
Yeah.
ooh,
But like
You
I
need
use
a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper on your dry chicken,
No.
on your chicken that isn't cooked, and then you put it in the pan. It goes.
if I'm
And it's
honest,
sick.
I rarely make chicken that isn't in some form of kind of like something else that has a sauce component to it.
Right.
sauce.
Like the only time I've ever done that, if I'm just like literally like grilling some chicken and put it in some pasta, but then there's some pasta sauce there, so it gets mixed in with that, and that's where the flavor comes from. Like pesto, or like if I'm putting parmesan, parmesan is salty as fuck.
Parmesan.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm putting parmesan
Right.
over it. I don't need to put salt.
Fair. But
That's my
At the
approach
same
to it.
time, you still.
I know
yes.
it's an odd one. Jamie Oliver's probably going like
Gordon
first of all,
Ramsay.
Jamie
as
Gordon
well.
Ramsay would lose his nut.
Fuck
Jamie Oliver
right
would be
off.
like, "Oh, that's good for the health." But also, what's wrong with you?
Absolutely.
But that's just how I do.
I make something that I can't make all that like I can't make it every day because I will die. And
Deep
it's
dive
one of my
into
favorite things to make ever.
Okay.
And I'm going to describe what it is. It's not healthy.
Okay.
It's pure comfort.
Bring
Nice.
it.
So what I
love-
do is I cut up some chicken, do my salt pepper shit.
Okay.
Put it in the pan.
If you must.
Is that what I do first? Yeah. Okay. Cook the chicken because it takes the longest. Then I put in like bacon or like lardons or something. Put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Let that go. And then when the fat starts to render out of it,
Put the chicken back in.
the chicken's with it already.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all cooking
Okay.
together. You get the gnocchi, and then you tilt the
gnocchi.
pan down so all the fat is draining down,
Yeah.
and you stick all the gnocchi on the fat, and you fucking spin it round, stir it, all that sort of stuff. Get some pesto, cram that in there as well. Just guys,
Sounds lovely.
it's good shit.
It sounds good.
It's good shit.
That's good shit.
It's stodge, and it's like
But I feel
chicken
like
and flavor.
did you
and
need from the only thing I wouldn't add salt to that because you're adding bacon which has salt in it.
Well, yeah,
which
but-
is salty.
But the chicken needs to be seasoned for it to taste nice. Because if you have nothing on the chicken, then it just kind of blends into
But
whatever
surely
else
like
is.
it would like absorb whatever it's being cooked in. So put the bacon in first, let
It
it absorb
would.
some of that, and then you're good.
I agree. I see where you're coming from. Don't fuck with my recipe.
But where's the peri peri?
You fucking love that. No, I get it. Like everybody has their own method of doing things. But whenever like I had, there's this other thing that I make, which is like a teriyaki kind of sauce. I mean, it's all like pre-made, which is really shit, and I should really make it myself. But they do this thing where you actually have to coat your chicken pieces in garlic and ginger paste,
Nice. Yeah.
and it makes it fuck me, it makes everything taste so good. So it's like, oh yeah, you do that. You have to do something to your chicken and then put it in.
Yeah.
So like salt and pepper just brings something out of it which doesn't with anything else.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it.
So like with my stir fry, it's the easiest fucking stir fry in the world. Like nothing's really pre-packaged, but it's super easy. I get Chinese spice, put a bunch of it on the chicken, really rub it in, and let it kind of like sit there. Put in like whatever veg you want.
That's good shit.
Start frying that up until like it starts to like reduce because it's all full of water and shit. Dump the chicken in. When the chicken's basically done, put in some dark soy sauce, noodles. Go, done.
Yep.
Easy,
Fucking knows, man.
delicious.
That's good shit.
And if you want to add just a little something, squeeze of honey.
I recommend not when you've got like ramen, like noodles and stuff that come pre-packaged, like dried out.
Break them up first.
Yeah, break them up first if you like, but never put them in boiling water.
No,
Put them in boiled water.
Yeah.
So like heat up a kettle and then pour it on and leave
that's
it.
what I normally do as well.
Yeah, because I hate it when people start boiling that shit. I'm like, all the flavors leaving it.
yeah.
The more you do it,
Or
and
like,
it makes
or
it
if you're
become
using
like
the
really
soft
runny
ones,
and like it just looks fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
I've used the soft ones literally at the end.
Yeah,
Like they don't need a lot of cooking. They're basically warming them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Oh man,
I think we're
fucking
quite hungry.
now.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Hungry.
All right. I think we should probably wrap up and
We're gonna wrap it
get a
up.
bite.
Oh shit!
We should wrap it up
So-
like you wrap up a burrito.
This went from
Self-improvement to food.
man.
Olympics to self-improvement to improv to food.
Yeah, man.
That sounds like a good day.
That's a good.
I'm,
That is a fucking good.
Hope you
day.
enjoyed it. You can find us any good podcast service, also on Radio Haver every Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT.
Gumped.
We're gonna go and probably eat something now because
And I'm also gonna go write a strongly worded letter to Cadbury's about bringing back snaps.
I'm so gutted I wasn't here for that. I
well,
really want to know.
you
what
get
it
the
is.
joy of listening back.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Radio Haver, 6 p.m. GMT every Tuesday. George.
Well, if we're about to taste it, we should put some salt on it.
And for me, I don't know what would I put on.
Cadbury's,
Bit
what
of
about
paprika,
salty chocolate
Bit of cumin,
snaps?
mix them all together. Bit chili, mix it a bit together.
That's good.
Actually, one of my favorite things is harissa paste on chicken.
Oh, I've never done that before.
Dude, all right. One day I'll like.
I love chocolate.
One day I'll plan and make like harissa paste for like a dinner here if we're doing like a late one.
Oh fuck yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Harissa.
'Cause-
Da, da, da.
It's banging.
That's good shit.
I hope I
That
wasn't offensive
cinnamon, cumin.
there. I love
It's all my favourites.
cinnamon.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.